I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy can't get no love from me. How the rest of the song? Sitting on the passenger side, my best friend right and try to holler at me. Oh, that's me entertaining y'all for right now. But anyways, so I'm in the parking lot of my job. I have literally probably like 20 minutes to talk to you guys. I'm not using the whole 20 minutes. Y'all know I like to talk. Today is not about really talking too much. I just want to say that, a lot of family members tend to not call a thing, and they tend to let their family member go down a path or a road that's extremely dangerous for them because they're scared to lose their family member to the truth, rather to losing them to these streets or to these drugs or to whatever it is that's gonna cause your family member to start self-harming themselves, and not technically them just literally like cutting themselves or anything, but once we've harbored a lot of things within us over the years, it's kind of hard to move a little different if no one ever corrected our behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have family members who are drug addicts and their family member won't even tell them, hey, you're an addict, you're addicted to these drugs. I feel like I'm too close. You're addicted to these drugs and you need to fix yourself or seek some type of help before you self-destruct or before you die, Lord forbid. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so afraid to tell your family member what it is, because I would much rather you save them and save their soul and build that trust and relationship with them, no matter how hard it takes. Always be there for them, because you never know what they're suffering from. You know what I'm saying? And just like from a child, from being young, family members tend to, like, say the child has a tendency to touch and steal. They don't want to, they don't want to say, oh, my child is a thief, or my child is this and my child is that. In actuality, your child is a thief. Your child tends to steal and take things that don't belong to them. So correct that behavior while they're young, so that they don't grow up to be adults thinking that their actions and their behavior is okay, because it's not. A lot of you guys walk around and can't take constructive criticism from people because no one ever set you down and actually got through to you. You know what I'm saying? No one ever set you down, and instead of you catching the attitude, they say, fuck it, I'm not gonna say nothing no more, whatever, it's up to you to figure things out. No. From young, you have to instill certain things in people from a young age. So if you see that I have a certain type of behavior that's going to be destructive as I get older, then you need to correct that while I'm young. Even if I don't want to hear it, you need to get on my ass every time I exhibit that behavior, because you don't want, when I'm older and as an adult, I don't know how to keep friends. I don't know how to be in a relationship. I don't know how to receive love that's not always in a form of glorifying me. Because, love is not always going to be like, oh, you're beautiful today, your work is amazing. No, love is not always like that. Sometimes love is in a form of wanting to see you do better. So someone might tell you, hey, I love how you're pursuing this career, and I love the path you're going on, but try to move a little different like this, because I could see that you're kind of stumbling and you need a little help. So let me guide you a little bit. That doesn't mean someone doesn't love you. If you, like me, I do poetry and I sell clothes. If someone sees something that I can improve, I always ask for people's opinion and criticism, because I want to know where I can improve in my craft so I can better my craft. You understand what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean if they tell me something that's not always glorifying me, that it means that they're trying to bash me. No, that's not the case. Everything does not always have to be sweet in order for you to receive it. It's not always going to be sweet. Sometimes love will be bitter, but that's just because someone is protecting you. If you see that someone in your family has a pattern of consistently going to jail, then you need to sit them down and say, hey, you are a jailbird. And you're self-destructing. You know what I'm saying? Correct that. Call a thing a thing. Stop brushing things under the rug. And I know in the black community, I can't really speak for other races because I don't know, but in the black community, they tend to brush shit under the rug. Like if you have an uncle who's a child molester or whatever, Lord forbid, they don't want to bring that up. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to mention it. They don't want to do nothing of the sort when it comes to that topic. But then if you have a child who is let's say gay, and you have a gay son or a gay daughter or whatever, and you don't believe in the act of what they're doing, then, you know, it's easy for them to bring that up and to bash that child, or to even have no strings attached with that person, and to abandon their kid instead of abandoning the uncle who's been touching someone for years. Pay attention to your children and their behaviors, because you are helping to create the next generation. You know what I'm saying? You're helping to build adults who will soon be mothers and fathers and friends and co-workers and associates. And you don't want to have people in this world. We have enough people in this world who cannot communicate, who cannot who just cannot see besides themselves. They're so self-centered, and everything always has to be around them. But, you know, call a thing a thing. If you see that I'm hurting your feelings, don't brush it under the rug with me. Tell me you're hurting my feelings, Gina. You're really hurting my feelings. I don't like how you've been behaving. I don't like how you've been speaking to me. Call it what it is. You're being mean to me, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Your friend is addicted to alcohol. Do not take them to certain places where it's going to be alcohol, and you know they're not strong enough to resist the alcohol. You know, if you have a friend who is addicted to drugs, don't take them around certain things. Don't even do it around them, to be honest. You know, when you love people and you want to see them do better, you put them into an environment where, kind of like where they're kind of isolated, but not really. They're isolated from the bad, but they're surrounded by the good. So they're still being loved correctly. You know, they still know there's people around them that cares for them, but you still want to keep them away from things that they have trouble with. You know, call a thing a thing. A cheater is a cheater. A liar is a liar. A thief is a thief. The camera. A thief is a thief. So it's damn near 12 o'clock. So it's been like 6 hours, I want to say, since I recorded the video. But anyways, like I was saying, I don't know where I was left off at. All I want to say basically is just call a thing a thing. Call it for what it is. Don't sugarcoat anything for people. You out here creating husbands, wives, daughters, friends, whatever, co-workers. They need to know what they're doing wrong and how they're doing it wrong at all times. Okay? So call that thing a thing. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Oh, shit. Okay, bye.